the Lakes Region Humane Society and happy Easter. My name is Megan. I'm the managing director here at the facility. And we just have a couple pet pointers for you this spring. One is, since Easter is right around the corner, make sure your cats aren't ingesting any of that plastic grass that you put in the bottom of the baskets. It can be very, very bad for their intestines. Secondly, Easter lilies and plants like that are toxic for dogs and cats, so make sure that they're out of reach of your pets if you're going to have them in your home. A reminder, now that we're going to be doing some more hiking outside and spending time with others, make sure your dog's on leash. If your dog is off your property, it should be on a leash. That's New Hampshire state law. And just because your dogs might be friendly and you want to let them run off leash doesn't mean that somebody else might not be hiking in the same area who has their dog on leash, but their dog happens to be unfriendly, because when your friendly dogs run up to a leashed unfriendly dog, there could be a big problem there. And you certainly don't want to be stuck in the middle of the woods or on a trail in the middle of a dog fight with medical emergencies for you or your dog. So please just use the leash. It's also going to help you keep your dogs from running after skunks and porcupines who are going to be coming out again. So keep your dog safe, keep your dog leashed, and we'll be respectful of everybody around us when we're using public areas. It's also time when the bugs are coming out again, and infected mosquitoes can give your dog heartworms. And heartworms can be very difficult to get rid of, but there's a simple solution. Talk to your vet about getting a heartworm test to make sure that your dog doesn't already have heartworms. Once your heartworm test is negative, you're going to want to do a monthly heartworm treatment, and that's really easy. It's a chewable pill. Most dogs will take it, no problem, once a month. It's not too expensive, and it can prevent against your dog getting heartworms. So now's the time to start those pills if you've stopped for the winter. Also time to start your flea and tick treatments again for your dogs and cats. Lastly, we'd like you to mark your calendars. Our dog trainer, Louise Daigle, has set up another wave of dog training classes to take place April 22nd. They're going to be running on Saturdays for 5 or 6 weeks, depending on the class you choose. We have a basic manners class, and that can be for puppies or young dogs who are just kind of working on their manners. Intro to agility, so your dog's going to be running through tunnels and jumping through hoops and things like that. We also have the Canine Good Citizen class. So if your dog passes that class, it's labeled a Canine Good Citizen. It's certified. It's a really high level of dog training. So if you're interested in getting your dog Canine Good Citizen tested, definitely give us a call, 539-1077. Beth is going to take you around and show you some of our available cats and dogs, and we hope that you call with any questions. Oh, lastly, I want to remind you of our new barn cat program. Sometimes we get cats in who just don't like to be in a home and don't necessarily love people. They've been living outside their whole lives, and they'd like to continue to do that. Oftentimes they're really good mousers. So if you're looking for a mouser for your barn or warehouse or garage, give us a call. We're starting a list. So if you're interested, we'll put your name and number on the list. We have a separate adoption application and contract, which can be viewed on our website, LRHS.net, under the adoption tab. So check that out. If you're an approved barn cat adopter, we'll give you a call as soon as one comes in and set you up with that cat and give you tips on how to safely and successfully transition that cat to the structure that you'd like it to live in. It is a free program. The cats will be fully vetted by us. There'll be an ear tipped so people can tell if the cat's been spayed or neutered, which they will be. Their blood work will be negative, their fecals will be negative, they'll have a month's worth of flea and tick treatments. So they're going to be up to date on vaccinations and ready to go. So all you have to do is check out the website and give us a call if you're interested, and I hope you take us up on that. Thanks. Bye-bye.
I'd like to introduce Goldie. She is a 5-month-old mixed breed. She's a wonderful little puppy, all up to date on vaccines. She is microchipped. She's an active little girl, so we're hoping to find someone that is active as well, maybe some hikers. And so right now she's definitely not a couch potato. She's doing very well here. She's very happy. We would love to see her find her forever home as soon as possible. So if you have any questions about Goldie, give us a call at 539-1077 and ask to play with Goldie. Hi, I'd like to introduce another dog up for adoption here at the Lakes Region Humane Society in Ossipee, New Hampshire. I'd like to introduce Stead. He is a smaller dog, obviously, with little legs, a big tail, and a big heart. He is come into this shelter leaping and bounding and smiling and ready to go. He's very friendly. He likes everybody. So far, he's been nothing but a joy. So he's up to date on all vaccines. He is microchipped. He is about 5 years old. I wanted to mention that. He would be a wonderful addition to most any family. He gets along with other dogs. He's not facing the camera very well. Come on. Hello. How can you resist that face? He's so happy when he wakes up in the morning. Nothing bad in his mind. So come on by and ask to see Stead. Hi folks, I'd like to introduce Miss Lucy. She is a long-haired, beautiful, curly-haired red dachshund. She is just super sweet. She's a little bit shy when she meets new people. She was pretty stressed on the first few days. She has definitely come out of her shell. She's very sweet, so maybe not small children around her. She is a small dog and a little bit nervous, but she has won our hearts. She's just has the most beautiful coat, the most sweetest dog, and we would love to see somebody adopt her that will appreciate her looks and her personality. I'd like to introduce Coco. She is a 9-year-old female tortie. She's up for adoption here at our shelter in Ossipee, New Hampshire. There's a few things that we want folks to know. She doesn't really care for other cats. She's indoor only. She does not want to be outside, has no interest. She is a big girl, so we have her, we're controlling how much she eats because she loves to eat. So we're helping her watch her figure here while she's waiting to be adopted here at the shelter. So she is a little shy when she first meets people. She's come out of her shell a little bit. So we are hoping for someone who has got kind of a quiet home where she can relax and stretch out and find some sunny windows and just enjoy a home life and maybe get out of the shelter for her quality and love. She's a wonderful cat, so we'd love to meet you if you're interested in Coco. Give us a call or come by the shelter and try to resist those beautiful eyes. I'd like to introduce Winnie. She's a 9-year-old female spayed cat with a beautiful temperament and just very, very, very sweet. She came to us as a stray, and we have all absolutely fallen in love with her face. How can you not? Beautiful green eyes. She's very sweet and loves to be petted. She's a little shy when you first meet her and is happiest in her little cubby here. I just think she's wonderful. So probably, oh, there she is. Do you want to come out? So she is up for adoption here at our shelter in Ossipee, New Hampshire. If you have any questions about Winnie, come on by and you can meet her and fall in love and get to know her a little bit. So Winnie is up for adoption and would love to meet you. I'd like to introduce Lily. She came to us, owner surrender, and is a little shy, and we spend a lot of time with her. We've had volunteers sit with her and talk to her. She seems to be still nervous, and we were told that she hid in the house a lot of the time. She's made some great progress. You can touch her, but it's on her own terms. She seems to be making lots of progress, and we'd really like to find her her forever home. So we'd want to have a nice discussion. If you're interested in Lily, She is very beautiful, and we want to make sure she gets her great home and doesn't have to spend the winter here at the Humane Society. We'd like her to be find the best match and have it be forever. So come on by and ask to see Miss Lily. I'd like to introduce a 7-year-old long-haired neutered boy. His name is Goose. He has the most beautiful coat. He is absolutely, it is like velvet and cashmere rolled into one. He has a wonderful personality. He's very relaxed. He's a little shy. He is coming around here at the shelter. He absolutely lives for people. He loves the attention, loves to be petted. We're hoping for him to be an indoor cat. A fairly quiet home. I think a lot of activity would spook him. So we're looking for a fairly mellow family. Maybe a senior citizen. Maybe a single person too. He's just wonderful. So he's all up to date on vaccines, microchipped, no medical needs whatsoever, just love. That's all he needs. So come on by and ask to see Goose. He would love to spend 20 minutes under your hand and get some love. He really deserves it. We look forward to meeting you, and so does Goose. I'd like to reintroduce Miss Uno. She has been at our shelter for a couple of months now, and we're not sure why. She is just a really nice girl. She prefers to play. She's an active girl. She's about 8 years old, so for her to have to want to jump around and play is wonderful. So if you're looking for someone who might be a mouser, she might be a good candidate for that. Here at our shelter, she's not been necessarily a lap cat. Somebody who might be a little more independent. It can maybe come up in your lap when she feels like it, not necessarily when you want her to. She's just a petite little girl, so we'd really like to see her get adopted before this spring. She is most deserving of her own home, and will be truly missed when she's not here, but we look forward to getting her adopted. We have found that with less cats in the room, she has been a little more receptive and doesn't mind being petted before, where she was a little bit sassy with other animals in the room. So come on by and ask to see Uno. She is here at the shelter and would love to be adopted. I'd like to reintroduce Griffin. She is still at our shelter in Ossipee, New Hampshire, and we would love to see her get adopted, just like all the other cats and dogs here. That's our mission, to find them homes. She is about 9 years old, doesn't like a lot of activity, so would be happiest in a more of a quiet home with a little bit of a mellow atmosphere, not a lot of loud noises and chaos. Maybe not young children. That would probably be her request if she could speak. She is absolutely has the most wonderful and easygoing personality. She loves to be petted. She's on a special diet here at the shelter to help her. And if you have any questions about that, you can give us a call. She's just absolutely beautiful, and looks forward to finding her forever home. So come on by or give us a call or check her out any way you can. Her name is Griffin. I'd like to reintroduce a cat here at our shelter, the Lakes Region Humane Society in Ossipee, New Hampshire. A few folks remember Josie. She's been here for a couple of months and is now the most happiest she's ever been. She has a room to herself. So she really is a little more vocal. She does some chirping. She's appreciative of being petted. Just more relaxed and happier and more appreciative of not being so crowded. She's about 8 years old. Oh, I'm sorry, she's about 4 years old. Sorry about that, Miss Josie. Microchipped, up to date on all vaccines. She's a beautiful tortoiseshell. Would really just need a warm, sunny spot. Some comfortable blankets to lie in. She's a pretty low maintenance girl. She's very sweet and would make an addition to a home with, she can live with other cats, but really is happiest with her own space. She did have other roommates that have been adopted, and she tolerated them okay, but her true happiness would be to be the only cat and be spoiled and have her own home in her own space. So come on by and ask to see Miss Josie. I'd like to reintroduce a female cat here at our shelter in Ossipee, New Hampshire. This is Benji. Even though she has a boy's name, she's definitely a girl. She's about 5 years old. She loves people. And folks, if you remember her, she was in a different area here at our shelter, and now she has her own room, she has her own space, and her personality is coming out. Come on, big girl. Come on, big girl. Bye. And she does like to play with toys. She's a lot more relaxed and friendly than she was in weeks past. So she would probably be okay as an indoor-outdoor cat. Maybe not strictly a mouser, just kind of have the choice to come in and out as she pleases. We have her on some weight control food. She does like to eat, and we'd like to see her. She'd probably feel better if she had maybe lost a pound or two. She has no medical issues, a great temperament. She's fine with kids, she's fine with adults, men, women. Just a really nice cat. She does not care for other cats, so that's part of the reason why she has her own room. So come on by and ask to see Miss Benji. I'd like to introduce Simba. He is just under a year old. He's a neutered male, up to date on all vaccines and microchipped. He is up for adoption here at our shelter in Ossipee. He has a wonderful personality. He is an absolute super affectionate cat. We've discovered he has the coronavirus, so we can not be with other cats. He gets along with cats, but for the safety and medical health of other cats, he cannot be around other cats. So he loves people. He absolutely loves to be petted. So if you're looking for a cat that likes to snuggle, this is your guy. He is so very loving, and he will steal your heart away. So if you want to come on by and ask to see Simba, and you're in for some serious affection, you can call us if you have any questions about Simba or any other animals. We are 603-539-1077, and we are at number 11 Old Route 28 in Ossipee, New Hampshire. But come on by and see these wonderful animals that are up for adoption and in need of their forever home.